Yesterday, I talked about Control Center for iPhones and iPads. Today, we're going to talk about quick settings, which is the equivalent for Android phones. Now, Control Center looks pretty much the same between all iPhones and iPads because it's designed by Apple to be the same across all of their devices. However, Android phones can be made by any company because Android is actually just the operating system and the phone is made by Samsung or OnePlus or Huawei or many other companies. This is similar to Windows, which is also designed to be run on pretty much any device. So Android and Windows were both designed with compatibility in mind, to be run on the best or worst performing devices so that anyone can use it. Because Apple designed the software and the hardware for their phones, they don't need to worry about compatibility, which means their phones can actually be a bit sleeker and a bit more optimal in their design. It's a trade-off between compatibility, design, performance, and cost. That's why you pay more for Apple products, but companies like Huawei and OnePlus are gaining a lot of traction because they've got the hang of maintaining high level of design, performance, and compatibility without having such a high price tag. Going back to the topic, quick settings works much the same as Control Center, but I just wanted to point out that if the quick settings on your phone look slightly different to the one on my phone, don't worry, I'm sure it will work quite similarly and you can follow along just fine. Most icons will have a label underneath to tell you what they're for anyway.
So, to open quick settings, just swipe your finger down from the top of your phone. This will open the notification drawer, which is where you can see your newest WhatsApp messages, texts, emails, calendar alerts, reminders, and more. Right at the top, you'll see there's a line of icons, which are the essentials: Wi-Fi, data, Bluetooth, torch, auto-rotate, and airplane mode. You can click on any of them to turn them on or off. If you swipe your finger down a second time, you'll find that this line of icons opens out to show a grid, which can sometimes have multiple pages. Now, many of these are the same as the Control Center: connection settings, brightness control, rotation lock. But on this phone, there are some extra ones. For example, we have battery saver, which will reduce how much power my phone uses, making some adjustments like the phone a bit slower, so the battery doesn't heat up as much, reducing the brightness of the screen, and more. Night mode will put a red light filter on my screen, so at night my eyes are a bit protected from the harmful blue light that your phone generates. Location controls if your phone's GPS signal is on or off. This needs to be on to use certain apps like Google Maps, so it can track where you are and show you on the map with the blue location dot. If you turn your location off by tapping it, when you open Google Maps, you'll get a message like this asking you to turn the location on, so it can help you better to find where you are. Feel free to pause the video so you can have a read of how Google Maps uses your location. Next, I've got hotspot, which lets you share your mobile data with other devices. Then we've got NFC, which is what your phone uses to make payments and how both contactless and Oyster card works. The last one on this page is cast, which is the same as screen mirroring on the iPhone. I'm going to do full videos on all of these in the future. If I swipe my finger to the left, I have some more icons to work with. Invert colors does what it says on the tin. As you can see, it can be a bit jarring, but there are some useful applications for this. However, at the bottom you'll see there's a line. This controls your phone's brightness by sliding my finger left to right, and if I click on the circle with the A, it will turn the automatic brightness control on or off. In the top right, you'll see a circle icon that looks like a gear from a clock, which will open settings. What's more important is to learn how to change the quick settings tiles. If you click on the icon on the top right that looks like a pencil, it will let you edit the quick settings tiles. From here you can hold down your finger on one of the tiles and drag it to a different place, and you'll see the other tiles move around to create a space. If you let go, the tile will be moved there where the space is. As well as being able to change the order, you can also add or remove tiles by dragging and dropping them from the bottom where it says drag to add tiles up to the main quick settings panel. When you're done, just click the back arrow on the top left hand corner to save your changes.
So I hope I've given you something that you can start using today. I went into a bit more detail in the beginning about Android, Apple and Windows, but I just wanted to demonstrate why you might find it easier to pick up and start using an iPad. Do the poll at the end to let me know if you're an Android, Apple or Windows user. Me? Well, as you can see from this picture, I'm all three.